Hello, hi, I'm Haley and welcome back to my channel. Super excited because today I have a project pan update for you. If you like panning content, this is the video for you. I introduced this 2 months ago, so this is my second month in the project. I have some pretty good updates, if I say so myself, trucking along, getting through product, loving it. Anyways, if you want to see what I've been up to over the past month, keep on watching. Okay, so to start, I have my Too Faced Natural Lust palette. So I have identified 5 shades that I want to work on and finish completely. So those shades are Sassy Brassy. You can see right here, it's a very pretty coppery shade. And then I have Temptation, which is a greeny gold right there. And then I have Flirty Pop, which is more of a sheer-ish rose gold shade. This is the one I'm wearing on my eyes today. And then I have Too Good, which is a super reflective, cool toned sort of pink. And then Ball and Chain, which is a very pretty taupey silvery shade. So sometimes it looks more taupe and sometimes it looks more silver, but you can see that right there. So this is what the palette was looking like when I first introduced it into the project, and this is what it's looking like now. So as you can see, no empty pans yet, but we will get there. I'll go through each of these shades individually and talk about the amount of times I've worn each of these over the past month. But to start, Temptation, which is the green shade right here, definitely have expanded the pan a lot. This is probably the most fully empty of all of these, so that's really great. Been really enjoying wearing this, but I will say I have been burning myself out a little bit with this palette and with wearing eyeshadow in general, so I did not get as much progress on this as I would have liked, but I rested it for a little bit, came back to it, and I know we will be finishing up some of these shades within the next few months. I guarantee it. So Temptation I wore 5 times over the last month for a total of 12 times in this project. And then right next to it, Sassy Brassy, the coppery shade, I wore 3 times for a total of 8 times in this project. And then Flirty Pop, which is what I'm wearing today, I wore 6 times for a total of 10 times. And then Too Good, only 1 time for a total of 7 times. And then Ball and Chain 4 times for a total of 11 times in this project. So this one I've really been enjoying wearing with the red lip liner and a red lip that I have in this project also. So that's been a fun pairing. Like I said, I'm a little burnt out on this palette and I just am over it, but we're gonna push through. I really want to finish this up. Sometimes I'll like come away from it for a little bit and then come back and be like, oh, it's actually, you know, it's fun again. So we'll see. It ebbs and flows, as I'm sure you know if you have tried to pan anything. But that's the Natural Lust palette. Like I said, pretty good progress. No rollouts yet, but there will be some within the next few months. Okay, next up I have my Revolution Aura Fix Setting Spray. This is what it was looking like when I introduced it into the project, and this is what it's looking like now. So I've definitely been getting some really good use on this. I've used it every time I've done my makeup over the last month as a primer spray, and it's super easy to reach for as a primer spray. It's working great. I really feel like it makes my makeup go on smoother and wear longer, so I really like that. I could see myself getting into using setting spray as a primer. I don't normally use setting spray as a setting spray, but I've actually been really enjoying this. So that's really nice because I honestly don't think I would have figured that out or gotten that much use out of that without this project. So really happy about that. I use this 27 times over the last month for a total of 58 times in this project, which is really great. So definitely a few months to go still on this one, but I'm really enjoying this one. So the next item I have in the project is my NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Kitten Heels. This is what it was looking like originally, and this is what it's looking like now. I've worn this 5 times over the last month for a total of 11 times since I introduced this into the project, and that's great. I love that it's getting me to wear red lipstick because that's not normally something I reach for, but I would love to be somebody who reaches for red lipstick, and now I am. So I really like that. And I've just been playing around with some of my other red lipsticks to see kind of what goes best with this, and I've been enjoying that as well. So really happy with the progress on this one. It's so hard not to say project when I mean to say progress, but really happy with the progress on this one and have really been enjoying wearing a red lip. So next up is my MAC Powder Kiss lipstick in the shade Mull It Over. This one has been the bane of my existence over the last few weeks. I've worn it 20 times over the last month for a total of 37 times. This is what it was looking like originally, and this is what it's looking like now. So you can see it is so small. It's just a little nubbin of a lipstick at this point. It just makes my lips look really dry and lined, which is not something that I love, but I have been wearing it with this NYX Butter Gloss Bling in the shade Pricey. It's what I'm wearing today, and this is a really good combination. The gloss really helps take away that lined, dry look that I'm not loving, and just been getting a lot of enjoyment out of this combination. So sometimes it's not just about the product, but it's about the things that you can pair it with that makes it work. So really love this combo, and I'm really excited to use up this lipstick very soon. And next up I have my Glossier Balm.com in lavender. So excited because they're bringing this formula back. I think it's such a great lip balm formula. It's really nourishing and keeps your lips from getting dry. It just like locks in the moisture, which I really like, and I love the lavender scent. It smells so good. So I ended up just throwing this in my purse this time instead of trying to keep track of individual wears, and I've gotten a lot more use out of it that way, just reaching for it when I'm out and about. So this is what it was looking like originally, and this is what it's looking like now. So I have been getting some really good wear on this, I think, and obviously this is a long haul product, and we'll see how far we can get before the end of the year, but still really enjoying this one, and I think it's a great product. Next up, I have my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Fair 10N. This is way too light for me right now, so it's just too light for me, and I've been using it as a mixing product and kind of just using it to like on the center of my face and using some darker products on the outside of my face. You know, it's been going all right. It's definitely grown on me as a product itself. I did not like it when I introduced this, so I'm happy that I'm coming around on that. It's really just too light, and I honestly feel like it's too light even in the winter as well. So excited to get this moved out and up just to move on with this. But I made so much progress in the last month. I'm already down to here. So I think this, like in another couple months, this will be used up. So, you know, happy to see this one go, but also happy to be making some good progress on it. Next up, I have my Nars bronzer in the shade Vallarta. So we are moving right along on this. So I have used it 24 times over the last month for a total of 54 times since I introduced this into the project, which is so many times. But you can see the Nars logo is finally wearing away, and a tiny little dip is starting to form, which is great. So, you know, I know this is, you know, we're in it for the long haul with this. We'll see how it goes. It's not a great summer blush for me because it's really hard to build up because it looks orange if you build it up. So it's more of like a pale skin friendly winter shade, but we'll see. I really like to hit pan on this, so TBD on that one. Then I have my Nars blush in the shade Luster. We are still going, broken hinge and all. I wore this one 23 times over the last month for a total of 49 times in this project. And we have so little to show for it. Oh my God, you can see the surface is just like, you can see a little disruption on the surface, but there's nothing else. Nowhere. This is crazy. This is such good value for money. But it is taking so long to pan. I don't know if I will ever hit pan on this. I'm gonna be honest. I might just go crazy before then, but I am really enjoying this actually. Like, I wasn't loving this as much when I first introduced it, but I changed up the brush I was using, and I just like it a lot more now. I've kind of figured out how to work with it, and it's really pretty, and it's a blush that I'm really enjoying. So we'll see. It's still kind of driving me crazy a little bit, but we're gonna keep trucking with her. And then next up, I have a product that was new to this project last month, and that is my Glam Light and Garfield highlighter from the For the Love of Lasagna face palette in the shade Say Cheese. So as you can see, she is looking used and a little worn. This is crazy because this is brand new when I introduced this, and I know it's because it's like more reflective than a blush or a bronzer, but you can really see the use on that, which is great. I wore this 15 times over the last month, which is crazy when compared to the Nars blush, which I have worn almost 50 times, and this one looks more worn. But this is fun. It's fun for summer. It is super, super sparkly gold highlighter. So I feel like summer is really going to be the only time that I'm going to be able to get a lot of wear on this, but it's been fun to wear so far. I'm not normally into highlighter, but for Garfield, I will be. So still excited to keep playing around with that, but it's a soft formula, and I think we can hit pan eventually, so we'll see. And then last up, we have a rollout, which is so awesome. I thought I wasn't gonna make it. I thought I wasn't gonna have anything to roll out this month, but I actually used this up today, which is great. So this is the YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer. This is a deluxe sample, but boy, did I get so much use out of this. It is crazy. This was already mostly used up when I introduced it into the project, but I had so much wear out of this. I wore this 9 times over the last month for a total of 19 times in this project, and as you can see, it is fully used up, not even a single use left in here. I got in there with a tiny little eyeshadow brush and was able to empty it out, which is so great. I liked this. I would not purchase it, but I liked it for a little freebie. It was fun to try. It does give a really pretty blurring look on the skin, but it kind of is a little too slippy for my taste. I prefer some of the more modern, grippier primers, and I have a couple of primers that I'm playing around with right now that I like better. So I'm happy to move this one out of my collection, and it was fun to try a luxe product and have it go so far. Okay, so I'm gonna roll something in, and I'm actually gonna roll 2 things in, and these are not makeup products, but these are actually 2 different masks that have just been sitting in my cabinet and that I just really need to use. I like both of them, so there's no reason I can't be using them up, and that makes them perfect project pan material in my opinion. So first up, I have the honey mask from the brand I'm from, and then the Skin Food Black Sugar Wash Up Mask. I really like both of these. The honey mask is more moisturizing, and the Black Sugar Wash Off Mask is more of a exfoliating mask because it has sugar particles in it, but this smells so good. It smells like sweet tea with lemon in it. I love the smell of this. I think it's great for summer. So I'm gonna try using both of these. As you can see, the honey mask is not very used, and the sugar mask is a little more used, but still has a lot left to go. So I think it'll be easy to use these up once I take them out of my cabinet and just put my mind to it. I think I can use these up in the next couple of months. So we'll see how that goes, but I just really want to get some more use out of products that are just sitting around, and that is why I love project panning. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you love project pan content, I will be back next month with another update. So I hope you'll stick around and see what I have in store. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.